Good evening, everybody. It is March the 20th. Today, you are going to need a pair of weights and at least two bands, one that you would consider easy or medium. If you've got three, you might want to use the easy one of the two. And then you'll need a second one, which you want to consider the heavier one. We're going to do 4 exercises with the easy medium one, and we're going to do 3 exercises with the heavier one. Yes, you can have no shoes on if you choose to do that. We're going to be doing one where the band is underneath your foot, but when we start that one, if that bothers you, you can always take the band off and do the exercise without it on with no problem. Okay. And the one other thing that we're going to need is we're going to do one floor exercise that's going to require you to stand up your weights on their heads. If your weights are not those weights that will stay standing up, I want you to go grab a couple of water bottles or a couple of cans or something about this tall out of your pantry and have those on call just in case we need them. Make sure you have your water, that the area in your floor is clear, that you know what is there, and we will get ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my fan on. Between my fan and my heater, I should be well ready to go. All right. Let me turn the view box off and get you guys scooted over and bring that up. All right, here we go. We're going to warm up. And why? Why did it do that? All right. Let's just start by doing a nice big shoulder roll. And you want to make sure you're hitting all of those points, squeezing the shoulder blades together, going down as low as you can, coming forward. We're going to do 5 to 8 of these. And because we are going to do some arms, we need to make sure that this joint is nice and warm. Just go ahead and roll your shoulders forward, clasp your hands, kind of give it a little pull, tuck that chin in and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring the chin up and take the shoulders down and back for 3, 2, 1, and come back to neutral. Let's do a gentle hamstring curl. Now, it is a hamstring curl. It's also a quad stretch. If you wanted to do more of a hamstring curl, you would need to take your entire leg back. So you see how my knee is going further back behind my body? So let's go ahead and do that as well. Get the quads and the hamstrings and the glutes. And 3, 2, 1. Let's do knees forward. And then knees out to the side. You're going to just shift your hips and lift. There we go. And let's do a little cross rotation. So you're going to take your elbow away. You've got that spinal rotation going. And then bring the knees back to center. Long arms, long legs. Point your toes when you lift. Begin in the back of your calves. Excellent. Shake it out. Little ankle there. And a little ankle here. And then get your medium to easy band. And let's put that on. I'm going to start with my green one and see how long this one lasts. While you're putting it on, kind of give it a little check to make sure there's nothing untoward. If you've got any splits, you need to know where they are. And you're going to put this at thigh level. And we're going to start our hip hinge warm up. All right. Feet apart. Roll your hips back, taking your belly button towards the top of your thigh. Head and neck neutral 45. If you can, reach around, find your hamstrings, give them a little massage, and then pulse. Pulse. Very gentle here. You don't want to feel any pain. You just want that gentle, consistent stretch. Being mindful of your back, making sure your lumbar is stacked in a good position. Nice. 4, 3, 2, come up. Shake your legs out. Readjust your stance if you need to. I'm going to go slightly wider. And as I go wider, I'm going to make sure my knees open up a little bit more, even with the band. Sit back into it. And focus on pushing into the hinge. Again, looking out at 45 degrees. Keeping your lumbar stack nice and even. Excellent. Four, 3, 2, and up. Heel toe walk it in. Shake those legs out. Now, we want our feet at hip width. Let's roll it back. And here's where you're going to kind of focus on feeling the hamstrings more than anything else. When you're wider, go ahead and pulse. Tends to take the focus off the hamstrings and go more into the quads. Everything's gentle and consistent. Going for duration and endurance. 3, 2, and up. Shake it out. Take your band down to ankles. All right. We're going to continue with our hip hinge, but we're going to be doing a side step lunge. So go to one side, and you will step side and close. So you want to sit right in the middle and then bring it up. Sit in the middle and bring it up. Because you're using your longest lever, it's a little different on the movement. Good. And we're taking our time, sitting into it, coming up to get a full breath. And I knew that was going to happen. Keep going. It happens. That's why you have more than one. Good. Now we're at the halfway point, and I'd like you to get your hands free and do a little touchdown. Changing hands, so whatever direction you're going, that is the hand you're going to hinge down and go towards the floor with. Just keep it simple. Good. One more. All right. Shake your legs out. Leave that there. Pick up your weights. Go right into your bicep curl. And I want you to think of two things while we're doing this. Bringing it up with the elbow lift and a gentle press behind. Okay? Now, with the band on, you can go ahead and walk. Got that little bit of resistance going on. Go forward and backward. Again, that little bit of an elbow lift and that little bit of a long arm press back. Just make it a multi-component. And I have a child coming home. Be fun. Good. We're about the halfway point. We're going to change it just a little bit. We're going to go into a hammer curl, but I want you to put the thumbs on the heads of your weight. And let's just change it to a simple step forward and bring that elbow. So you want to take your thumb to the top of your shoulder. So we're going to keep the legs involved, doing a slight forward lunge. Good. If taking your thumb to your shoulder is too tight, in the general vicinity will work, but we're trying to keep some flexibility here. Do one more. And now I want you to do the left arm and the right leg. So you're going to be doing opposites now instead of same. Or if you were doing that earlier, that's okay. Go ahead and put your weights down for the moment. Now, what you're going to do is take the band that you have, put it underneath your right heel, and keep it on your left ankle. And you might want to get where you can hold on, because we're going to take our foot backwards and forward. You ready? For 1, forward. 2, forward. 3, forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. We're going to do our side to side, same way. Out will be the count. So we're going to kick side and then kick out. Ready? 1, out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, shake it out. Flip the band out from under your right heel and underneath your left heel. I'll penguin waddle over here. Forward and back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and our side and out. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and get that band back up on your ankles. Let's come to center. And what I want you to do is really over-exaggerate the hula on your hips when you go out to the side. So you can feel the tension leave as you come into here. One more in this direction. Come to center and go the other way. Good. We want to get a lot of that tension out of there before we go into the next one. One more pass. All right. We're going to be doing step back lunges. You can add your weights on this. Do a little bit of a press. You can do the single press. You can do the double press. You can do some front arm lift. Whatever you want. If you don't want to use weights at all, totally fine. But we're just going to do our step back lunge. So you just step to toe heel and press and return. So get your feet going first, keeping your upper body in nice position because you've got the band on your ankle. That's why you really want to focus on planting those toes and pressing that heel. All right. And when you're ready, you can add a little bit of a press, whether, like I said, whether it's doubles or singles or a front arm raise. You can change it up as much as you want to. Weights or no weights. Good. So I went a couple of front arms for myself here. Just a few. I'm gonna have a rolling front arm. That means it's coming from my hip and I'm just keeping my hand sideways. A little bit of a bend. Focus on taking that band back. Planting my toes. Rolling my heel down. Going back to overhead. Again, you can do whatever's going to work for you today. If upper body like this is not in your wheelhouse, switch it to biceps or a long push. Okay? Even if you just have to do something like this, doing a little short pulse whenever you can grab one. Totally fine. All right. Put your weights down. Take off your band. You will need your heavy band after this next song. So if you know where that is, you can get that one ready. We're going to shake our legs out. Have a place to go to stand because we're going to do deep lunges at 10 counts apiece with no bands, no weights. Just focus on going back and low. Good upper body posture. Take that foot behind you. Make sure your back knee is going to bend, and let's do our 10. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you come up, take it out, and reset with your other foot. Good posture. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up, shake it out, reset. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Shake, shake, shake. Reset. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up and shake it out. 5 and 5. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Last set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Shake it out. Walk around. Grab your drink. Walk around. Let your heart rate catch up. All right. Big band. We're going to take that to the below knees position. So go ahead and get that on. And I'm going to go ahead and let the next song run. Yeah. That one's finishing. Below the knees. So we're just going to hold our legs in this position. Pick up a weight for wood chopper. Now, put your hands together, both thumbs on the head, and then fingers are together like this. Starting from the belly button. If you want to lace, that's fine. We're going to keep it low to begin with. Going from shoulder to shoulder. Now, as you're moving your arms, you want to sit into a little bit of a squat. You're not leaning forward. Your knees are pushed apart. You're not dropping your shoulders forward. Okay? The weight is coming out in front of me. It's not resting against my body at all. Just here and here. So we're getting some shoulder work, but it's low. And yes, You are allowed to thread your fingers so you don't lose the weight at the bottom. It is a bit of a challenge to keep your fingers open. You really have to do isometric press on the weight, which is not a bad idea. I recommend you try and see if you can do it with your fingers touching rather than laced. Let's do 4 more. Ready? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel toe walk in, so you're taking a little bit of tension off. Let's go ahead and do it over the head wood chopper. Take it up here, fold it back. Remember, if you can't go overhead, then you're going to invert into your collarbone. Good. And that collarbone inversion, you really kind of need to keep those elbows up. 2, 1, and let's go ahead and roll this down. All right. Shoulder rolls right immediately. Ooh. And we're going to pick up our weights, both of them this time. I used a heavier one for wood chopper. We're going to do fly. And you're going to stand in a lunge position. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Both feet touching with the band. Bring it down around belly button level. Turn an angle. My arms are bowed. You lean just a little bit. And you bring it up almost shoulder level and down. So that's where you're doing it here. If you need to do singles, do singles. So if you've already worked those shoulders a little bit, think about switching those singles out every other 1 or so. So do like 2 doubles and then 2 singles. Give your shoulders a little bit of a break. You want to make sure that your lumbar is stacked in a good position. You're not rounding your back for this. But I am leaning forward just enough to sit into my front knee. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So switch. I just want you to alternate, turn on your heels, go to the under lunge position. Okay, good posture here. Your weight's in front of you. Lean into it a little bit with a good lumbar stack. And fly. You don't come all the way up to shoulder level. Just under shoulder level. Your elbows might reach it, but that's as high as it goes. And again, if your shoulders are already getting tired, alternate those singles in there so that you can take the duration of the song, get that endurance going. And when or if your arms get tired because of the weights, gear down in your weights or go to no weights at all. I am going to put 1 weight down and go to singles only. And I'm going to pass 1 weight to the other. So there's all kinds of ways. Now I'm going to switch to middle. I'm in hip hinge stance for my stance now. I still have my lumbar stack. Ooh. Good. Let's do 4 more, whether that's doubles or singles. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and put your weights down. Shoulder roll. Ooh, front and back. So you want to curl that forward and you want to roll it back. Curl it forward, roll it back. And then a couple of rounds. Good, good. Now, we are going to the floor. We're going to be doing a side clamp. So you're going to lay down on one side, go into the fetal position, roughly, so that your feet can be together. And you're just going to, and you can decide, I have it where it says band at knees, but if you want to put it above your knees at the thigh level, you can. If you need to create a floor space, go ahead and do that now so that you can see and be seen. I'm going to be on the floor on my little tiny rug. And before you go down to the floor and get comfy, you're going to need to have your weights in a place by your head. And if you have those cans, if your weights will suffice, great. If they won't, your cans, your bottles or whatever, those will need to be down there with you as well. Because pretty much once I go to the floor, I won't be hopping up to stop and redo everything because that's a lot of work. Getting up and down. So I'm going to set these to the side. I'm going to lay them down. All right. Okay, we're going to go to the floor. So go ahead and lay down. It's going to take me a hot second because I actually have to turn the music back on. All right. All right. So go down. Woo. Now, you can be up on an elbow if you want to. My pack is right there. Feet are together. And you're just going to open and close. Now, ideally, it's better to be down lower to open and close. Feet and ankles stay touching. And you just want to take this in and out. It's going to go to the back side of the glute that's moving so that knee that's going up, it's that outer corner of that leg that is getting that particular set of work. If you need to adjust your band, take the time to do that. If you're laying directly on your hip and that's not comfortable, you can roll back just a smidge, not terribly far, and just open and close. If this bothers your knee, pull it up to thigh level. Good. Keep going. I'm going to check the music timing. Make sure all my cords are out from under me. We've got another 10 on this side. Ooh, nice little burn there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So roll onto your back and just kind of pull your knees in for the moment. And then you can kind of out of sight of the camera, give yourself a little bit of massage on that muscle that you just worked on. And then you have to switch sides. So whatever it takes for you to get from here to there. Woo. Get on down there. Feet together. And start to clamming. We're going to feel like we done been in a rodeo by the time we get done. We don't do this one very often, and that's okay. We're just going to finish out the song with this particular thing. Once the song starts winding down, we're going to take the band off. Keep going. Another 10. 10, 9, 8, 7. I've got to watch the time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and roll to your back. Pull your knees in. Take that band off. And of course, you're out of sight of the camera, so go ahead and give that muscle a little bit of massage. And yes, I am up and I'm going to stop the music. So go ahead and sit on the floor, face the camera so you can see what's going on. And take your 2 items, whatever they may be. And you're going to put them to the left of your left leg. Now, if they fall over, that's fine. As long as they don't fall on you. You're going to stand them up. They may or may not behave. Who knows? And you need to have space in between them greater than the width of your fingers splayed out, because your leg needs to be able to go in between these. All right? So what you're going to do is you're going to sit down like this, bend back on your elbows. You're going to lift your leg You're not going to touch. You're going to go all the way out, all the way in, and back. Now, if you need to kind of get closer, that's fine. If you need to get to where let's do this. Get yourself seated to where your legs are on the outside of the weights. And then you're going to take your left leg over to the right side. So open that right leg a little more. Take that left leg here, and we're going to thread it. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and here's our count. And we're going to do 10 on the left leg. And then we'll do 10 on the right leg. So you're going to start here. Bring this leg to this side to begin with. Get ready. Let me turn the music on. All right. It's a great way to do some kneeless rehab. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, 10. All right. Pull that little guy in. Sit up. Pull that knee up. Give it a hug, guys. Give it a hug. Oh, my man. Your quads. Your quads are just walking. And then go ahead and let it roll down a little bit. That turn is going to take it to a slightly different position. All right. Very carefully. Get that one stretched out. Bring your right leg over. Same thing. My cord for my thing is on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, and 10. Go ahead and sit up. Bring that knee in. Give it a hug. Pull it up in here. Ooh, release the tension off there. Feels good to release the tension off of there. And then kind of cross it and let the knee go down. Set your weights to the side. If you can do both at the same time. Ooh. All right. We're going to do our last set of abs. I'm going to turn slight angle here. Since we're already seated, we're going to stay here. We're going to go back into our hands. So your fingers need to face forward or out, what is most comfortable for you. Oh, I forgot that the end of the song does this. Please forgive me. There's a reason why I should take it out, because it's just noisy and loud. All right, let's go into the last one. Odds and ends. No, not that. Nice. All right. You want your elbows slightly bent so you can kind of sit into your palms, but you're not resting all your weight there. Now, you know how when we do a reverse sit-up, you pull your knees in and you extend your legs out. So if we were doing a true one, we would actually kind of lay our arms back and then sit up and then lay back. So why don't y'all do that a couple of times just to kind of get the feel of some of the motion that we're doing. Go ahead and pull your knees in, fold and lay it out, and pull it back in. Let's do 3. Bring your feet up. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to do just the slight layout with one leg in, but we're going to do 10 on one leg. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, our quads are already tired. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull that in. Let's do the other leg. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and roll up into crisscross applesauce. Go ahead and let your belly button roll forward and let your arms hang down in front of your knees. Keep that position for me. Let T back in here. So crisscross applesauce. Let your arms hang. Sit up nice and tall. All right. So kind of ease your hips forward, letting your arms hang here off the end of your knees. Getting a stretch in your glutes and your hips right here. A little bit further forward. Now, don't let your back bow here. It's very easy just to flip over. We're still kind of sitting up straight, so we get the stretch in our hips. We did a lot of hip and leg work, so we want that good stretch in there. One more inch forward. This is probably the most you can go without bowing your back. Keeping your lumbar in a good set. All right, we're going to come up. Switch your legs so the other one's on top. Take those hands down. Take a deep breath. And you're just going to let yourself kind of slump over into it. And just hold this position for me for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly roll it up. All right. Take your legs out in front of you. Using your hands right here at your side. They're just behind your hips to help you kind of sit. Here, turn this way. So you're going to put your hands here to help you kind of sit forward a little bit, point those toes. So you're focusing on your hamstrings here by having your body just a little forward, your hips going a little bit forward and your toes pointed. Your hamstrings are pulling into the underside of your thighs. If your calves start to cramp, let go. And it's a high possibility that it could do this. Generally, you're stretching something like this in the middle of the night, and that's how you get your Charlie horses. All right. Staying in this position, let your knees bend slightly and bring your toes to flexed position. Now you can really feel your hamstrings. You need to ease off on that forward lean just a little bit. That's fine. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax everything. Okay. You're going to bring your legs in, cross one leg over the top, like you're going to do a figure 4. Again, this is all having to do with just sitting up nice and tall. So, hands under your leg, pick that up, and you're going to roll back just a little bit. So you're now leaning into your 80. And you're just holding that there. You can lift it in a little tighter. Go ahead and do that. And then we're going to sit our ankle back down on top of our thigh and let that leg slide out. Let's do the other one. Get it up here and sit up nice and tall. Scoop, lift, and then lean back to your 80. And once you're there, try to draw that leg in just a little bit more. Good. Best you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to sit up and let that leg slide out. Go ahead and bring your feet to what we call butterfly position, which is where your feet and your heels touch. Draw them in as much as you can, holding at the ankles. So start with your shoulders slumped over and you're holding at the ankles, and then just sit up as tall as you can. If your feet slide forward a little bit, that's fine. Going for a little bit of the inner thigh. Because you're holding your ankles, your shoulders are getting a nice pull. Your lumbar and your back is stacked in a fairly good position. Go ahead and wiggle those toes. Once you touch those toes to each other, kind of roll them through there. 4, 3, 2, 1.